in Master Self-Realization, Sri Ramakant speaks about the original shock. You know, when you're brought into the world, there's this incredible shock. You know, all the protection, all, you know, the comfort is just no longer there, and it's immediate. And you know, I had kind of like an experience like that a few days ago. Just that kind of like, it's like what eventually we will face. You know, like Ramakant, when he speaks about, you know, you're not going to remain the body, that shock is going to come. You know, and so I just, when I felt that, it was revolving around certain circumstances, and I know it's all body-based. It really pushed me to just, I mean, like, it was like the only thing to do was, to, you know, stay steady, was to do the mantra, basically, because there's just so much pressure coming in with different thoughts and so forth that, you know, do not touch that. Don't, you know, don't let it get you, and just go into the mantra. And it, you know, like sometimes you mentioned the fact that sometimes selfless self will turn up the heat. And then it was like really, it got turned up quite a bit. And it did push me into a place where I felt, you know, I'm really all alone, you know, or there's just aloneness. First, it was just you and me. I was like talking to myself, selfless self. It's just you and me. And then I realized there's no me, neither. It's just you. And then all of a sudden it came to mind what, you know, Maharaj speaks about, be with you, you know. It's kind of like, it kind of clicked, and there was just a sense of peace that came.
Yes.
You know, nice. Just kind of like, it kind of came, you know, that shock just kind of evaporated. It was still lingering, but it was broken primarily, you know, so.
Yes.
Yeah, but that, the power of the mantra was just really, you know,
yes.
And again, it's just, I think it goes further than a mantra. It's not giving your attention or giving yourself to that.
Yes.
Those thoughts and so forth. That can
yes.
Get you, yeah.
Yes. The courage, the spontaneous courage is arising. And as you're speaking, yes. Yes. Spontaneous conviction yes, that is remaining with your selfless self, remaining with mantra no matter how much. And like you said, you came to the position of accept your selfless self. Nothing is there. Not even this one that was seeking the selfless self. It's selfless self. Accept your selfless self, nothing is there. And then beginning to carry that into the daily living when the heat gets turned up more and more, remaining with your selfless self, the spontaneous courage, but accept myself, nothing is there. This seems to be happening. These people seem to be all irritating and all this stuff, but accept your selfless self, nothing is there. So it's you performing all these activities and all these duties through body as yourself, only yourself. And yeah, that's very beautiful.
You know, that's, and you know, after that sort of like that peace came, they had a bunch of kids playing next door, like 3, 4 years old, running and screaming and everything. It was just like, just real, that's selfless self enjoying.
Yes.
It was really beautiful to hear those kids, you know, they were just really so full of life and everything. And, you know, it's just,
yes.
You know, just the selfless self just enjoying itself through those children.
Yes. Yeah, I had this similar experience I think I talked about before when I was at the bouncy house with Connor. And all of a sudden it came to me like, okay, mom and dad, and there was a grandma, and now there's these little babies, or, you know, little children, they're all bouncing and having a good time. But it's all selfless self experiencing itself through this body factory that it's created with ideas and beliefs and everything injected in that just for the pure happiness of enjoying yourself. But it's all mom and dad, grandma and grandpa, the kids that are running and playing, all of it is selfless self. The bodies are different, but presence is one. Maharaj points to this all the time. And in your seeing with the children, and you say, oh, that's selfless self-enjoying. Yes, bodies are different, but presence is one. The two little kids in the sandbox throwing sand on one another are the one selfless self experiencing what it's like to be in those little bodies. Each one with its own little imagined world.
And each has its own expression, but the expression doesn't mean that it's separate.
Expression based on conditioning that the selfless self has seen while it's being attached to and believing it's a body. The experiences, so to speak, of the body that you believe you are, that you're taking credit for a time. Once the spirituality sets in and you see that I'm not the doer, then all these experiences can't be mine. Only when I believe that I'm a doer do I believe that all my experiences formed me in a certain way.